Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Pop-Pop.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Megan.
I'm Matt.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys. And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Many of you have been wondering where our brand new nest boxes were. Yeah, we were wondering that too. Thankfully, they finally arrived yesterday afternoon. We were able to get them all set up and put together, and the chickens laid a decent amount of eggs in them. So I think they like it.
The new batch of chickens has been laying very, very well. And now that we've got another nest box in here, it just helps to disperse everything and give each chicken enough room.
Welcome back, everyone, to another cloudy day here on the farm. I just got the chickens all taken care of, fed, and eggs collected, and now I've just got the cattle all taken care of. I'm mentioning the weather because I am hearing thunder off in the distance. We're expected to get a little bit of rain today, but it wasn't supposed to be much. And yeah, that thunder is definitely a rumbling. So if we do get rain, probably gonna be rather shortly. I was looking at the weather forecast, and it said it was gonna be later this afternoon, but let me just check right now. Oh, no, yeah, we got a 100% chance of rain starting in about 15 minutes. Yeah, oh, and now I hear rain coming. I'm getting out of the rain. Regardless of the weather, it is an exciting day on the farm. As you all have seen, we got our nest box put into our new batch of chickens. They did lay a decent amount of eggs in there, so that was very exciting to see. They like their new digs. All that's left to take care of with morning chores is checking on the greenhouses. We gave them a good drink yesterday, and I don't think they're gonna need to be watered. It is very cloudy out here. At the backside of greenhouse number 4, we have some cole crops that we had seeded not that long ago. They're up about this far already. The reason why they're so important is because down in greenhouse number 6 is where we have our planting of cole crops that's getting ready to be sold. And they're about, I'd say 8 to 10 inches tall. So they're ready to go out into the field. They're ready to go home in someone's garden. The only thing is, and the thing we try and keep in mind, is that very, very shortly that stuff's all going to be sold out, and anybody that comes for later cabbage, broccoli, or cauliflower, they're not going to be able to get it. So that's why that planting in greenhouse number 4 is so important, because if we didn't have it, well, people wouldn't be able to get their stuff. Speaking of people getting stuff, what are you working on today, Daniel?
Gotta fill up top. I'm just fixing up all these romaines. For some reason, they always don't grow as nice.
Daniel's like putting a romaine puzzle together. Every single day we'll come down around back and we'll grab everything that we don't have up top. So let's see what they're filling up. Got some cabbage here. Ooh, we've got some Napa cabbage or Chinese cabbage, broccoli. We've got a few different types of lettuces. He's got head lettuce, romaine. We have a green leaf, Simpson. That looks pretty good. All those plants look very nice, which is a very good sign for us. Ooh, the crack of thunder. It was already pretty dark in here. It's just continuing to get darker and darker.
Andrew, I hear thunder. You better get under.
That sounds like good advice, Daniel. Really, really good advice. These are those cole crops I was talking about. What do we got here? Right in front of us is some kohlrabi. That stuff looks incredible. Here's our second planting of peppers. They're getting some nice size to them. One of the most difficult things with selling plants is a lot of times you'll sell through your first or second planting very fast, and then people will show up looking for different types of plants, and all your plants are only like this big. Thankfully, with the warmer weather that we have been receiving, things have been growing a little quicker. So these bell peppers, for example, even though they're really, really tiny just a week ago, now they're starting to get some nice size to them. I don't know if I would plant these yet, but we're getting very, very close. Looking for butterhead lettuce. This is what I need.
Are you hungry, Andrew?
Look at me, Daniel. I'm always hungry.
I could tell, you hear it?
That's not my tummy grumbling.
Sure sounds like it.
The pretty neat thing about where we live is when you hear thunder, sometimes it can be from very far away because of all the valleys that connect in this local area. I mean, you can have thunder booming from miles and miles away, and because of the valleys, the sound carries right to you. Even though it's a little on the gloomy side, I still want to get these hanging baskets all watered. We have to water them every day. It doesn't matter if it's sunny or if it's not. They need that moisture, especially here in the morning. There are times where we won't water our baskets. Yesterday, for example, I think they got maybe the slightest drink. They might not have even got anything yesterday. So I really wanted to make sure that they got watered today. That's what can happen when everyone's busy. You gotta stay on top of these little jobs or else they pile up. What's that? Jalapeno, here you go. And long hot. What do we got there? Cubanelle, we need long hot.
Over there, or?
I'm not gonna complain too much about the rain today, even though we've been receiving a lot of rain. The only thing I will be upset about is I think this rain is putting a damper on our big job we had scheduled for today. If it wets the fields too much, we're not gonna be able to continue. Someone just showed up and picked up 105 New Guinea impatiens. That's a lot of planting. You would think on a day like today, with thunderstorms, it's raining like crazy, that people wouldn't want to show up and pick up flowers. That parking lot is completely full. Not only picking up flowers, but they're also picking up vegetable plants. I mean, I guess this is the time of year to get that stuff done, but it's still just crazy to think about. Just finished up with watering greenhouse number 6. The rain has not stopped at all. It's actually picked up a little bit. So things are getting pretty sloppy out here. Might have to get changed over into the boots. I mean, if I'm gonna be working down around back today, it's gonna probably be a muddy one.
This is my fault. I watered the plants outside this morning, and even though I knew it was gonna rain, if I hadn't watered, it probably wouldn't have rained at all.
I think it's Daniel's fault for getting all that ground worked up yesterday.
Oh no!
Yeah, we're supposed to lay mulch today.
Yeah, I don't think.
And now it's raining sideways. My seat's getting wet in the side-by-side.
You're gonna have a wet butt.
Oh, what's this? Why is your shirt not even wet? What were you up to?
I was feeding calves and grading eggs.
Oh my goodness, and you didn't even get wet.
Oh, there's a roof. Oh no! The lights went out.
Power just went out. Megan, what are you gonna do if the power goes out?
We'll have a lot of issues.
We're going home. We're hoping to get some accurate numbers on the storm, but what we just learned is the storm knocked out our uncle's weather station. And we're all sitting here on the porch just talking about what we could be doing if it wasn't raining. Now, Dad, with all this rain, is all this rain a good thing?
Well, we were very dry, but now it's too much rain. We're getting to the part where it needs to stop for a while.
But how do you feel about all the lightning?
Lightning is good for the crops. Adds a lot of nutrients. So
A lot of nitrogen into the air, and the rain is helping bring that nitrogen down.
as long as the plant is green and growing, the plant is not planted yet and the seed is still in the bag, it don't help at all.
Oh, that doesn't help at all. We were checking the radar and it seems like it's gonna be raining for quite a while. So we're trying to think of some jobs that we could get taken care of. And we thought of a big one that we could work on. We're gonna put the rest of our nest boxes together. We already got the first nest box put together. That's down inside the chicken pen. The chickens have been enjoying it, but we have 2 more that we can put together. So that's our next job. End pieces.
What I found best is take the screwdriver and hold the nut with your finger flat.
It's coming along nicely. You know, I don't ever remember in my entire life building egg nests, because all the egg nests that we have are probably like 150 years old.
It can't be that old.
Do we want H or I?
No, these are. No, can't be that one.
It's coming along very nicely. We got the shape of it in place. The interesting thing about these nest boxes that we have in front of us, these aren't the ones that we had originally ordered. The ones that we had originally ordered never showed up, so we canceled the order and we ordered these nest boxes instead. Not 100% sure on the price of them, but we did pick up 3 of them. But what I do like about these is they're pretty easy to put together and they seem to be pretty sturdy. The only thing is when you don't look at the instructions, I'm not gonna say I didn't look at the instructions. When you don't look at the instructions, sometimes you will make mistakes, but we're not running into any of those mistakes today, are we, Dad?
No.
The only problem that we've had with these is when they got delivered, the boxes were broken on one of them, and I guess as the guy was carrying it up, there was just nuts and bolts throughout the entire parking lot. So I don't know, the bag leaked all the nuts and bolts out in the parking lot. Dad found them all though, right? Right?
I hope so.
He hopes so. We'll see what happens.
We'll know when we get to the last one.
If we need to use some nuts and bolts that we have down in the barn, we can make it work. We'll figure it out. Beautiful! Professional! That's the number one thing I picked out about these. When I was like reaching and grabbing the eggs, I had so much more room. And it's like, the chickens probably loved it because they could stuff even more chickens in one nest. They like hanging out together. Nice. We're just about finished with this nest box. Once we get these boards on, that's going to be it. This one can then be put into one of the chicken houses. Now, I'm not sure which one it's going to go into. We have a few places that we could put them, but the fact that we have them, it's just so nice to have.
Put the metal floor in.
It looks pretty good. There we go. Look at that. There is so much room in these nest boxes. I sadly wasn't running the camera the whole time because as I was turning a bolt, I hit myself in the face with the wrench. Ooh, that hurt.
Good deal.
Look at that thing. I am very happy with the way that looks. When it's not in the chicken barn, it doesn't look as good. But once we get it up there for the chickens, ooh-wee. We've got blue sky coming, but it's rained so much, we can't do anything in the fields. So at least it's nice to look at. Alrighty, it is lunchtime on the farm. It looks like we've got some kielbasa and peppers. And we also got a broccoli salad. Woohoo! Just got finished off with lunch. It's still very busy here at the farm market. The sun is now out. It's beautiful and people want to pick up plants. Dad and I got started on this project though, so we want to finish it. We're gonna put our last nest box together and then we'll be able to get them all down in place. Unfortunately, we're missing a few screws from the box that got drug around a little bit. We are just about finished. We're gonna see if we have any on the farm that will work for what we need. But once we get those few screws put in here, all we gotta do is add on our arms and then the pieces of wood and we're gonna be good to go. We're gonna have both of these built. After a quick look, we weren't able to find any bolts, so rather than screwing into the metal and messing up our nest boxes, we decided to actually go out and get the bolts. So Dad is on his way to pick up the bolts right now. And I made my way down to greenhouse number 5 because Daniel is moving a few of these flowers out here and I figure while I wait for Dad, I might as well help him out. We got Daniel's wagon all loaded up. We've been taking up about 2 or 3 of these wagons every single day, completely full, just like this one. Sometimes they have flowers on them, sometimes they've got vegetables, and sometimes it's a mix. This wagon in particular, it's just flowers. We've already brought up 1 wagon full of flowers and a wagon of vegetables today. All the cattle are now down on pasture. That is a beautiful sight. It's amazing how much it's changed. It's so dark and gloomy this morning. Now the sun's out and we got blue skies. Parking lot's so full here at the farm that Daniel can't even find a way to pull in. So he's gonna have to wait quite a while. And once he finally does have a spot, he's gotta rush down here. I'm not complaining because this is what we want. We wanna have customers here, so they can stay as long as they'd like. Daniel and I were sitting there waiting for a spot to show up, but while we were sitting there, Dad got home from picking up the bolts that we needed. So I'm just gonna get this thing put back together, and if the spot opens up, I'll go down and help Daniel. Works out for the best. What do they call that? Multitasking? Multitasking. Excuse me, girl. I think that's not too tall. I think if you put one in right here, it'll hold. Dad grabbed the wrong drill bit, so he went to grab the other one. I hope he comes back soon, because if he doesn't, I'm just gonna have to hold this here forever. Just gonna be living with the chickens. That looks pretty good there. While Dad and I were working on those nest boxes, Daniel was trying to get more baskets pulled out of this greenhouse. He just pulled another 60 baskets out of here. And look how empty this place looks. Wow, this is crazy. Much of the stuff that's taken out of this greenhouse is just taken into an upper greenhouse. So the fact that we almost have no baskets on this side and just a few on this side is wild to me. We worked so very hard to get this greenhouse as full as possible, and it just empties out so fast. Nice choice.
Yeah.
I got your baskets. Takes me like an hour, but I get them here.
Thank you.
I got
you sticky notes to match your shirt.
Why'd you get me so many?
I figured you'd need them.
Oh my word. Yeah, I got them.
Night sky petunias. I love them. Beautiful. We just carried in an entire wagon load of hanging baskets. We got them all put into the largest greenhouse. Every single time we have empty spots, we just try and fill them in with something new. When we get the greenhouse planted, usually everything is kind of in order, and you know, like the certain types are next to the other certain types. But as you get to this point in the year, it's kind of just like a crazy mix of everything. Trying to keep it all together would just be, that'd be too big of a headache. But once you get everything moved here in the greenhouse, it just encourages people to look around. Speaking of people in the greenhouse that are working hard, we got a hard-working woman over here doing some transplanting. What are you doing over here, Grammy? Yo, plum tomatoes.
Wants more plum tomatoes.
More plum tomatoes?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that means I'm gonna have to pick more.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. That one too. I can get that one. There you go. Thank you. Got a whole bunch of stuff that Grammy transplanted behind me, so I'm just waiting for an opening so we can leave. Seems to be the theme today. Trapped by cars. Lots and lots of cars. All the tomatoes that we've just brought in down, we want to make sure we put the certain types together with the other certain types. We try and keep all the specialty stuff, so like cherry tomatoes and heirlooms in one area, and then all the other tomatoes in another area, just so we don't get confused. When you're trying to find certain packs of tomatoes, it's so difficult to just be looking all over the place. So when we have a system, it just makes it go a lot quicker. The babies are after me. I am now home. We got all done with work. I'm sitting here with Miss Lily. How are you, Lily? Dada. And then over here we have Mr. Ronnie with us. How we doing, Ronnie? You're doing good. Wow, I don't know if it sounded like he said, I'm doing good. What, you have something to say? Yeah, what do you have to say? Oh, I understand. Busy day, huh? Yeah, okay. Since it's been such a busy day, this does mean we're ending the video. We're gonna eat some dinner. And since we're gonna end the video, we'd like to thank everyone for watching. Don't forget to like the video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.